Hey everybody, welcome. So today I have a nice little victory royale for everybody to enjoy today, and additionally, I have a Instagram clip. Kind of hard to call it a fight, maybe, but it's something worth looking at. It's hard to call it a fight because there was just pure domination just on one side, and yeah, I'm playing with a child in this match. He found my friend streaming, link in the description below, and he jumped in some games with us, and he was very well. Check this out.
I've done every single squad you can think of.
What do you mean in terms of like four corners and all
like
that?
solo, duo, trio, normal squad.
I was going to leave you guys with the live game of all three of us playing. However, my recording, I had made the settings wrong, and there is no audio on my part. So instead of trying to like guess what I was saying or this disjointed conversation, instead, I figured we'd break down this fight video. But we'll go back to the battle royale right at the end for the final moments, because you won't really need me to know what's going on there. But anyway, so let's take a look. Let's jump right into it. Here is the clip. Here's the start. Here is the start in the freeze frame. Let's just give it a watch real quick. We'll give it one time through. So ready, set, play.
I don't like rich motherfuckers like you! Who the fuck you in like that? Fuck that culture, motherfucker! Motherfucker! I'm fucking Bogle! Fuck you, you rich fuck! Fuck you! Don't disrespect me like that! Fuck you think this shit is? Fuck you! Want another one, bitch? Want another one? I don't like.
All right, a lot to take in, I know. However, we're not quite done here. Let's take a look now. If you notice that there was a little cut in the actual toss itself, we didn't actually get to see it. I had to go back to another video. So let's go play this second video here, and let's watch the toss again in its uninterrupted smooth glory. Yeah, went soaring through the air, as you can see. Now, I don't know how you can resist that, so we're going to take a look at this in slow motion here. Here we go. You can see this guy off of his feet very easily, and in one motion there, actually we have two motions there. Let's take a look at the beginning. The first motion is the sweep off of the feet. He gets him off of the feet. He picks him up from this, I'm controlling you by your neck. He picks him up off of, he gets him in the air. The second motion, he gets his arms down a little bit lower, and he gets more around his waist. At this point, the little guy's holding on around his neck trying to save himself because he knows he's about to get fountained. Fountained is a verb now, by the way. He knows he's about to get fountained, and so he's holding on for dear life. But if we continue to play it with just the arc, people are sitting on this, and there's like their lap plus 3 more laps that could fit behind them. So that's gotta be, I'm gonna say maybe 4 feet. I'm gonna say that's maybe a 4-foot ledge that this man soared over and then landed in the middle of that lane of the fountain. Not just on the other side of the ledge. He landed again, even another maybe a couple feet beyond that. So we're talking between a 4 to 6 foot toss that one man threw another fully grown man into a fountain with. This is just a feat of strength. I think that this man should immediately be placed on any track and field team that can hold this man. Obviously, a high school is not going to be what's happening here, but this is our next Olympian. This is our next champion of the world at whatever he decides to be. Now, let's go to the beginning of the other clip was longer, so we're going to go back to the beginning of this, and we're gonna take a look at it from the beginning. So if you pause it right on the first frame of the video, the guy's already. Big guy's got his hands on the little guy around his neck, and the little guy is looking up to him, and you'd think he'd be appalled, shocked, no idea what to do. He has no control in the situation, and you'd think you would try to move forward with that in your head. But let's take a... Okay, we're going to pause it right there where we see the slap. We see the slap. He made the wrong decision, as we discussed. You'd like to ideally not make this guy even more angry, because we've already noted the size difference and we've seen the fountain toss in slow motion. So there's several reasons why you want to avoid that. But let's take a look at a couple things. Number one, the doors of this Escalade seem to be open. So this belongs to both of them. Maybe they hired it. The point being, there's some money involved in that Escalade. There's money involved in these. They're both dressed very nicely. Both have very nice shoes on. Expensive haircut for the one guy. The other guy seems to have the cheapest haircut you can have. But additionally, the bag. The bag is a Dior bag. So it doesn't get much more expensive than that now, does it? I mean, that's top of the line, throwing your money down the drain right there. A Dior bag, and we saw what happened to that Dior bag. Not good things happened to that Dior bag, as well as the products inside. But but be that as it may, that's where we are. And so we get to the slap. The slap. Are you kidding me? This guy, that's what you have to you at least have to throw a punch here, and it has to be a great one at the minimum, because otherwise you're slapping what is essentially a bull. Like, if you slap a bull, do you really think that's gonna be like, oh no, it's cool, never mind? Like, you're just pissing it off at this point. It's like shooting a bear with like a pellet gun. You're not gonna do anything to it. You're just gonna make it more angry, and that's exactly what happened. You could see this switched. I don't like rich motherfuckers like you. Okay, we gotta break that down right now. I don't like rich motherfuckers like you. This guy, to me, the big guy not holding the Dior bag, seemed to be a rich guy, a rich motherfucker like him, because he's dressed to the nines. He looks good. He seems like he smells good. It's even, if we're on the video, I don't know if he smells good, but he seems to have something to do with this Escalade as well. So I wouldn't assume that this guy's a guy on hard times. I wouldn't assume he's poor or anything like that, driving around in the Escalade with his weird-headed small friend. And but there does seem to be an us and them situation. That's what I meant to say. A situation happening here between there's this two groups trying to be one group this entire time, and this is it coming to a head, and it doesn't work out. So we have the slap. Let's continue watching. All right, and we're going to pause it right here again. You can see the people flock away. They get the hell out of the way of this fountain because they know what's about to happen. Even that little guy doesn't know what's about to happen, but these people, they know what's about to happen. They get the hell out of the way. The little guy, you can hear him say, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, he has no idea. He has zero control over the situation. And the big guy just got even more control than he had previously in this situation. He's about to do the toss, which we've already broken down. So let's go ahead, keep going through there. Let's just enjoy that one more time. And boom. Okay. Picks up the Dior bag, rips it open. The product seemed to be wrapped, drops onto the fountain ledge and into the water. And you're almost getting lost for words at this point, because like, what more could be happening? What more could this little dude be suffering in this fight? So now he proceeds. How dare you disrespect me? Fuck you. Fuck you think this shit is. Fuck you. And he's offering to again beat up the little fellow. And you could see just the nice pause here is the separation between these two guys, the crowd, the cars that they came from, and just the opposite body language and posture that we have of this defeated little guy holding his side and this big guy offering to do it again. And as we continue, we can just see the scene kind of settle. They part ways, never to be seen again. Well, I've actually got no idea whether or not they were seen again. That's a little bit beyond me. But so let's now, we've seen the whole thing, we've broken down individual pieces, let's put some things together. Could these two people be family? That was my first thought. Like, this was a father and a son dynamic here, or maybe a long lost brother, a long lost equal in the family. I don't know what the situation between that is. They do seem to look a little too different to be related. Surely you wouldn't have a giant bull of a man and a little shrimp of a boy. Like, that doesn't, those two things don't seem to add up. But I actually did some Googling, and I was able to find an article about this incident. And apparently, so the one thing we can say right off the bat from reading this, before we even break down the article any, is that everybody who witnessed this, according to this article, the witnesses that were quoted in this article seem to think that big guy was completely in the right, the little guy had it coming, and that they are completely on the side of the big guy. which was shocking to me, because usually you always assume that the guy who wins the fight is the guy who's going to jail, right? And so basically what is happening is the big guy is an Uber driver, and the little guy, they said he was some sort of social media influencer personality star. He wasn't linked, and I didn't see, links to other people associated with any of the other articles that I saw, so he can't be that big or notable or anything of the sort. But so that's the two separate things we have. We have this big guy who's driving an Uber, maybe a spare job, maybe it's his only job, we don't know what it is, but he doesn't like rich motherfuckers like this other guy. And apparently this guy, I can't find exactly what this none of the eyewitnesses are saying what the guy did specifically. All they're saying was he was being very disrespectful to the man, both in the car, out of the car, and eventually apparently people were watching this as a scene as they were just in the car. So they're in the car, the little guy's being very disrespectful to the big guy asks him to get out of the car, they get out of the car, and then the altercation occurs right outside of the car, the Escalade that we were talking about earlier. And so the little guy, according to a witness, the little guy ended up smacking the big guy square in the face and then was grabbed, and the toss occurred. He was warned. So apparently there was also a warning. Apparently the big guy went through he gave him every way out of this fight as well. He gave them every way out of not landing into the fountain. And he just had it coming, and he took it a little bit too far. And so that's kind of what we have here. It's just kind of a loss for words. We have a guy being very disrespectful to somebody who's in the service industry to him, and finally the big guy couldn't take it anymore, and upon ample warning, decided the thing to be done was to throw this little fellow into the fountain. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that video. There will be more of these to come in the future. Click the subscribe button if you want to see those. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Wait, there's...
Let's go!
This is my first win of the day. 16 wins.
Ayo!
Wait, I need to do for the memes. Okay, that was amazing. How many kills did everybody get? 4. So I have 12 kills.
It's too bad about me carrying you guys like that.